Hello and welcome to the presentation of the Cranbury Middle School Mathematics Program for the 2020-2021 school year. The purpose of this presentation is to share information about the mathematics courses that are available in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and how students are placed into the appropriate courses at each grade level. This presentation will be posted on the district website for future reference. Starting in 6th grade at Cranbury School, students are placed into leveled mathematics courses, allowing for more specialized instruction for all of our students. Many of our students eventually go on to enroll in high school level courses in 7th and 8th grades. Due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic this spring, there will be some modifications to the 6th grade program this year. These changes are designed to ensure continued success for all students in the appropriate programs. It is important to note upfront that the 7th and 8th grade course sequences will not change for current or rising middle school students. This year, the COVID-19 pandemic has created some unique challenges to our process, not to mention unprecedented challenges for our teachers, students, and families in navigating learning during this difficult time. It would be impossible to say that instruction and assessment have not been impacted. In 5th grade in particular, critical units that focused on fractions and fraction operations are taught in the spring, which means that this year they were taught almost exclusively under remote learning conditions. For our students who have experienced hardship and trauma after the sudden shift to remote learning and extended periods of isolation from friends and their teachers, this created a profound disadvantage. Additionally, a number of key assessments that were scheduled for this spring were delayed. As a result, we have made adjustments to the 6th grade courses for the 2020-2021 school year to allow maximum opportunity for reteaching and reinforcement of critical 5th grade concepts for students who need it, as well as to allow maximum opportunity to build a strong foundation for enrichment and accelerated course material for students who are ready for it. We believe this differentiated approach will allow for the least long-term impact for students in our program. Grade 7 and grade 8 courses will remain the same, with some adjustments to instruction to address learning gaps that may have resulted due to the pandemic. Placement procedures into 7th and 8th grade courses were not heavily impacted. Grade 8 placements will be made using available data and with teacher, parent, and student input. This slide shows the 2019-2020 course sequence. Prior to this year, middle school students were placed into 3 leveled courses in 6th and 7th grades, and 4 leveled courses in 8th grade. 6th grade courses include Introduction to Pre-Algebra 6, Introduction to Pre-Algebra Enriched, and Pre-Algebra Accelerated. This slide reflects the mathematics course sequences for the 2020-2021 school year. As you can see, the 3 6th grade courses will now be combined into 2 new courses in pink that allow for maximum flexibility and differentiation. The Introduction to Pre-Algebra 6 grade level enriched course is a differentiated course that will address grade 6 New Jersey student learning standards for mathematics, with an early emphasis in each unit on reinforcing 5th grade concepts and skills, ensuring that each student has a strong foundation for 6th grade material. Enrichment opportunities will be provided throughout the course for students who are ready for it, and teachers will make use of ongoing assessments to provide appropriate instruction to enhance the learning of all students. The Introduction to Pre-Algebra 6 Enriched/Accelerated course will address grade 6 New Jersey student learning standards for mathematics with opportunities for enrichment and extension into 7th and 8th grade material. This will be a faster paced course, and select 7th and 8th grade standards will be covered. It is important to emphasize here that both courses will include many similar enrichment opportunities for students as they need it. Students who would be considered for an accelerated pathway to algebra in 7th grade and geometry in 8th grade will be placed in the enriched accelerated course. However, students from both courses will be eligible for placement into the 7th grade pre-algebra enriched course. The 6th grade grade level enriched course is recommended for students who may be ready for enrichment in some areas, but who would also benefit from the opportunity to shore up critical skills from elementary school math. From 7th grade on, the course offerings will be the same as what is offered to current 7th and 8th grade students. In making this decision, it was important to consider the differences between elementary and middle school math. In grades 3 to 5, instruction is focused on five main content strands, which include operations and algebraic thinking, numbers and operations in base 10 and fractions, measurement and data, and geometry. In 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, the nature of the strands changes. While each strand builds on previous learning from elementary school, new, mostly algebra based concepts are introduced, and students are expected to be able to apply their learning in new ways. The strands are the same in 6th and 7th grade, with 7th often going deeper into concepts that were first introduced in 6th. For this reason, middle school courses are often designed to allow for the collapsing of 6th and 7th grade standards, which then allows for accelerated pathways. Our middle school program, past and present, was designed with this in mind. The goals for making this change for the upcoming school year are threefold. First, to provide increased opportunity for students to demonstrate proficiency for advanced course placement. Second, to provide increased access to enriched course material for students who may have some gaps in their learning due to COVID-19. And third, to continue to provide the same advanced learning and accelerated pathways for students to enroll in Algebra 1 and geometry while at Cranbury School. The transition to middle school math from 5th grade is a critical time for developing foundational knowledge and understanding of key math concepts. Adjusting the 6th grade courses provides students the best chance to develop as mathematicians prior to solidifying their path into high school math. The district intentionally made a commitment to establish small class sizes to allow for maximum differentiation so every child gets what they need. Math course eligibility criteria for rising 6th grade. Due to COVID-19, many of the assessment measures we have used to inform placement in the past simply were not available. For our rising 6th grade students, placement into the two available courses will be made using the following measures of student performance, work habits, and dispositions for math. The first is the NWEA MAP, which is an adaptive, computerized assessment administered to students at least twice a year. The MAP measures growth over time in math skills. In addition, math grades, performance levels on the NJSLA and formerly PARCC exams, as well as the COGAT results from 2nd grade when available, were reviewed. Finally, placement conversations were held with all of the 5th grade math teachers who know your children best as math students. They provided input to inform the best placement for each child into the available courses. Placement letters will be going out mid-July. If your child is on the cusp between placements, I will reach out to discuss further with you to ensure the best placement for your child. Due to the small class sizes and because both courses allow for enrichment opportunities and placement into the pre-algebra enriched course in 7th grade, waivers between courses will be granted only under very rare circumstances. If you have questions after you receive your child's placement, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Because this year has been so unique, we have already developed a plan for placement of students into 7th grade courses next summer. Nationally normed tests such as the MAP, the Iowa Algebra Aptitude Test, and COGAT have started to provide guidance for administering these assessments under remote conditions. While it is not the preferred scenario, we do anticipate being able to move forward with that option in the next school year, regardless of whether we are conducting school in person or remotely. Likewise, as we are developing our own assessment practices in this new normal, we do anticipate being able to administer our in-house developed assessments throughout the school year. This slide represents the planned measures to inform placement into 7th grade courses. We're grateful to be able to use this year to teach the students in front of us what they need to be successful going forward. Math course placement criteria for rising 7th graders. This slide shows the course sequence for rising 7th grade students. Typically, students in Introduction to Pre-Algebra 6 will continue to Pre-Algebra 7. Students in enriched or accelerated pathways will continue to the same in 7th grade. There are occasional exceptions to this, and students may be placed across levels from 6th to 7th grade, but it's not typical. Math course placement criteria for rising eighth graders. You'll see that the course sequence from 7th to 8th grade follows the same pattern for enriched and accelerated courses. Typically, students continue on enriched or accelerated pathways with occasional exceptions. However, 7th grade students enrolled in pre-algebra 7 will be placed into two possible courses in 8th grade: Foundations of Algebra or Algebra 1, a high school level course. Students who are eligible for Foundations of Algebra or Algebra 1 will be placed using the available measures and in consultation with parents and students when appropriate. Again, parents of students who are considered on the cusp between the two courses will be contacted for further discussion prior to placement. One factor to consider related to placement in a high school level Algebra 1 course is that the New Jersey State Assessment for Algebra 1 has been used as a high school requirement in the past for graduation. Currently, the New Jersey Department of Education has not determined if this will be the case for the class of 2023 and beyond, or exactly what alternatives may be available at that time. There is a structure for ongoing support for math in the middle school, and our math teachers are dedicated and committed to helping any and all students who ask for support. We encourage students to take advantage of these opportunities, which include supplemental support and drop in periods before and after school. Our middle school program also offers a range of contests and competition teams. We are still awaiting updated options for administering contests and participating in competitions in the 2020 2021 school year. Additional information will be forthcoming from your child's math teacher as it becomes available. Princeton High School course sequence and options. As students move from 8th grade, either in Cranbury or Princeton School District, they flow into 9th grade with a similar range of course offerings. Currently, students at Princeton High School have options for additional math support or for taking courses concurrently to accelerate their program. All of our students leave Cranbury School with a full range of options available to them. You can find additional and updated information about the Princeton High School program on their math department website. I thank you for your time listening to this presentation. Please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. I look forward to welcoming your children back to Cranbury School soon.